China is ranked number 27 on the Open Doors World Watch list of countries where life is hardest for Christians. In the 43rd place last year, it has seen a 15% increase in the persecution of Christians. As a communist country, China is, at least in theory and increasingly in practice, against all religions. The government expects Chinese citizens to be loyal to the Communist Party first and foremost. In February 2018, China's government ratified new regulations for religious affairs. Religious affairs departments of local governments were given the power to decide the fate of registration applications from churches, as well as the authorization of venues as places of worship. The regulations require religious teachers and staff members to report to the same authorities. Christians are a particular focus because they are the largest social force in China not controlled by the state. Without an approval by the state, any kind of religious activity is illegal. Some analysts see these new regulations as a reversion to the times of Mao's Cultural Revolution. Churches in China are becoming increasingly affected by the state's new approach of giving guidance instead of simple administration. Churches are now more closely watched and last year came under more pressure to adapt their ministry to the communist ideology. Church schools and kindergartens are banned, and this ban was enforced more strictly last year. Due to the new regulations, many more reports are emerging of crackdowns on churches, experienced by both government-approved 3 self-patriotic movement churches and unregistered underground house churches all over the country. Crackdowns include the confiscation of Christian material, including Bibles, raids, fines and arrests, especially of church leaders. We have had to get an actor to repeat a Chinese pastor's words, in case his voice identifies him to the Chinese authorities.
From the time the enforcement of the new regulations began, over a long period of time, we heard of local churches being shut down again and again. One case, and after some time, another case. We have to divide the church into small groups of 7 to 8 people each.
The Sinicization of all churches continues, which means a modification and adaptation of religion to look and feel more Chinese. Church services are monitored via CCTV and spies. Teachers and medical workers are told they are not allowed to have any religious affiliation. In some areas, the elderly are threatened with the loss of social benefits if they continue to worship Christ. More and more, landlords are pressured by local authorities to terminate rental contracts with house churches. Church crosses may be torn down. In August 2018, more than 100 churches in Henan had crosses removed. In total, it is estimated that over 1,200 crosses have been removed from churches since 2013. Occasionally, church buildings are completely destroyed. Over 97 million Christians live in China, and it is expected that the number of persecuted Christians will rise from around 20 million to 50 million by the end of 2019.